Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. So I got some thrift store pickups to show you, and we'll take a look at some sales. Let's take a look. So if you're new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Trent. I'm a part-time reseller on eBay. I do it for fun and profit and take you along for the journey. So please hit that subscribe button for more great videos in the future. Yeah, I got some pretty good thrift store pickups here. Here's an interesting one. The North Face. This is a little travel bag. It had toiletries in it, China Airlines. This was $1. I see these will sell for 15 bucks. A used toiletry bag from China Airlines that has a North Face logo on it. So I thought that was pretty neat. Oh yeah, my honorable mention, I found a item from my collection, my Blu-ray collection. I found Blade Runner. Brand new sealed. Blade Runner, the final cut. $4.99. Add that to the Blu-ray collection. I love Blade Runner, classic movie. Way ahead of its time in the visual effects, I think. So that's a really cool one. Here's a pretty cool toy I found. $4.99. This is a 2017. Let me pull it out here. This is a 2017 Groot, but it's a. This is like a better, more a pretty articulated figure, kind of a deluxe figure. I think this might be like a $30 figure, basically, this Groot here. So I thought that was pretty good for $4.99. It looks like it's in good shape and everything, so that was a nice pickup. Picked up one Nerf gun. I'm not finding so much Nerf anymore. I'm being very selective. I found one Rival Blaster. They wanted $3.99 for that one, so no magazine, but I'll just wait till I get a few more of them and maybe some magazines, and I'll work on another Rival lot. I think I got a few to go towards the lot already. Here's a cool one. I like this one especially since I got two of them, two different kinds. We got these Lakeshore learning machines. So we got multiplication and subtraction. These were $4.99 a piece. And these are usually good for a $20 sale by themselves. So these are like subtraction. What's 12 minus 7? And it gives you the answer, 5. I had to look to be able to solve that. So these are in nice condition, and so putting them together and selling them would be optimal for shipping purposes to make the maximum profit. And they're nice condition, two different ones, subtraction and multiplication. So somebody who wants to get these learning toys for their kids can get two, and so that can maybe turn this into maybe like a $30 sale. So that's what I'm hoping to do with these guys. Then finally I found a couple Panasonic phone bags again, $10 a piece. This one, yeah, $10. Each of these has about 3 handsets, the main answering machine unit, and then 2 of the non-answering machine charging bases that hold the handsets. So I got one model, this style model right here. This model is KX-TGD-A52. Most of these models I've sold similar ones before. So replacement, you know, handset with the charging base can usually sell for at least $20. So you can make like $60 to $80 of sales out of the bag, depending on how it goes. And then I have another one here, $9.99 again. A little bit of a different model. You can see the handsets look a little bit different. And some of these have the carry clips. Not for everybody. Again, you're dealing with old people's old phones. So I mean, it's not for everybody that want to deal with cleaning those up and testing them. But I found it could be a pretty decently profitable item to deal with. You piece it out and make some money that way. All right, here's a nice little satisfying batch of sales. That vintage Animax. Schaefer, I think, is the brand that makes this toy, 1980s. This figure name's Torrendous. His name Torrendous. Nothing I was interested in collecting, so I sold that. This is actually sold for $55.36 total pay by the customer, so pretty good. And those from the same auction lot I got, or was a couple of auction lots I bought from the same Goodwill. These vintage Knights of Tir Ngok something. I don't know, Bandai. I sold that lot for $48.59 total pay by the customer. And finally, vintage Masters of the Universe Evil Lyn wand, sorcerer staff. $16.23 total paid by the customer. All right, here's another nice batch of sales. First off, Mike made another bit of purchases from me. Appreciate it. So we got a lot of some Masters of the Universe figures. I think he specifically was looking at the Merman, but he got the lot here. There's some weapons included for those figures. And then Orko has his Ripcord. Then he also got this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Slash Club. And then this vintage New Adventures of He-Man Flog figure. His weapon, I think it's his whip accessory. And then two She-Ra figures. So, Mike, appreciate it. Got all those. Going to go in out to you. Hope it improves your collection once again. And somebody bought these Hot Wheels figures I've had for a while. $8.34 total paid by the customer. Sold this newer Batman. It's like an RC car, but it's missing the remote. But I threw it up for 20 bucks. Somebody bought it. $21.76 total paid by the customer. Somebody bought this poor condition Mexico He-Man. Has some damage on it a few places. Actually, when on eBay, I went and bought my vintage Landshark from a seller, and they included this figure with the Landshark. So I was like, yeah, sure. So it sold for, I sold it for $15. And then finally, a Transformers G1 Snarl figure, his weapon, $10.86 total paid by the customer. All right, more sales, more sales. These are vintage Ohio Art rubber tip darts. Those two darts there sold for $12.75 total paid by the customer. My old Journey to the Center of the Earth sealed DVD, I had a bunch of these from a big media lot I bought years ago. $15.90 total paid by the customer for that one. The two Leapfrog Turbo Twist games, Turbo Twist Math and Spelling. Those two, $27 total paid by the customer. Then finally some vintage G.I. Joe backpack accessories and Lifeline Rescue case. $12.93 total paid by the customer. Alright, here's some sales. I sold these vintage Playmates Darkwing Duck accessories. I think that's for Launchpad. I can't remember for sure. $21.54 total paid by the customer. Then sold a vintage Masters of the Universe Whiplash with Spear, complete figure. $21.79 total paid by the customer. And a vintage Masters of the Universe Teela shield. That shield sold for $12.98 total paid by the customer. Then finally, I had another one of these late 80s G1 Starscream wing pieces. $17.27 total paid by the customer. All right, here's an interesting batch of sales. First off, we got some little stuff. This little vintage Voltron piece. I don't know if it's like a hubcap or wheel spoke or something like that. Voltron, $8.70 total paid by the customer. Then I got a vintage Cobra Khan Masters of the Universe gun. $12.98 total paid by the customer for that one. Then this, I've had this one for a long time. 2005 Get Her Done Larry the Cable Guy mug. I paid a couple bucks for that at the thrift store. It's been sitting for years. Finally sold. $19.76 total paid by the customer. Don't recommend buying that one for resale. Then this one I do recommend. I paid a couple bucks for this Hoverstar 2.0 if it was new and packaged like this. Motion controlled UFO toy. Found that at the thrift store for a few bucks. $23.71 total paid by the customer. And finally, Star Wars Death Trooper, Rogue One Death Trooper blaster. Paid a few bucks for that at Goodwill, and that one sold for $24.99 total paid by the customer. Alright guys, well that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.